All right, let's get this show on the road. Here are some pictures of the before I ripped the roof off the barn. I had cleaned it all out already or neatened it up, and you can see I threw a lot of stuff off to the side. Um, I might put some of the sound effects in here of the thing getting torn down because it did sound kind of cool, or have it running in the background kind of quietly. Sorry about the camera angle on this one. I had the camera all set up pretty sweet, and then what happened is it just kind of slipped, I guess, and so it's not as good of a camera angle. But I'm discussing with my wife what I think she should do. We got a chain hooked to the front bucket, and I was telling her if she goes up high and then gets some pressure on it, then pulls down, it'll pull straight down on the ceiling. You can tell that's a big failure and a lot of lackluster in that. So we got it hooked up in a different way, and then we were able to collapse the actual roof itself. And now we just got to start basically folding it down inside and pull it out the door. Had I thought about it, in retrospect, I should have just pulled that whole back wall down because it ended up those posts were so rotten that they're going to need to be replaced. So I could have probably pulled it all down in that direction and made it quite a bit easier to clean up and to get it all down with doing a lot less damage to some of the internal areas that I'm going to keep. So anyway, that sucked because, like I say, in hindsight, we know everything. But at the time, I was thinking those posts looked pretty good. I couldn't really see any of the rot until we got the whole roof off, and then 3 or 4 of those big posts just basically almost fell over and broke off. So there you have that. Like I say, I might run a little bit of the soundtrack in the background where you'll hear the metal and everything falling apart, because I kind of dig the sound of it. And then I will put some music here also, because there's not much to really watch. I'm going to have to rebuild some of the posts on this side of the camera, which you don't see right now. There's one of them kind of off on the left side there, and that's an old 6x6. It looks like a railroad trestle beam or something like that. And those I'm going to have to also lift up and cut. And then I'm going to put some what are called permacolumns on there, which are concrete halfway up, and then a bracket that is made out of metal. And the ones I'm making will be 4 feet long. So 1 foot of the metal will be sticking up out of the dirt, so that way the metal or the wood is not touching the dirt. And I have a new video out on the DIY part of the barn project on the website, and also it'll be on at prepper_guy on the YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to, just by the way.
Okay.
So it shows you how I'm making those permacolumns, and I'll be making 10 of them, 5 for this side and 5 for the back wall that you see here beyond that hanging piece of garbage. The part where I'm taking the roof off right now, where we're destroying that, I think is over 100 years old, based on some of the title search I've done and stuff like that on it. And then the side I'm standing on right now, behind that beam you can see there, I think that's maybe 75 5 years old or something like that. I'm not really too sure on that. So all in all, it's pretty old.
Okay, just pull up.
It looks like I should have just tore it down instead of rebuilding it, but that's just stupid. Anything that's 100 years old that you can salvage, I think you should salvage by the looks of it. You know, it's just, you know, I might have $1,000 in the new roof with materials. A lot of the stuff I'm using old materials that I had. I got another video on my website prepperguy.com with the lamb beams that I built, and that's also in the DIY barn project thing where I built the 10-foot long laminated beams. They're 9 inches tall, and I used old lumber for that, so it's kind of DIY. But I think overall I'll probably have less than maybe $1,000 in the demo and the rebuild and everything, and then we'll have a pretty solid barn again. If I were to build one, what would be the point? It'd be twice or more the time, because I still have about, I would say, it's probably 24 by 40 on the side and back where I'm standing. That's in really good shape, and that has actual 2-inch by 10-inch beams that support it, and they're all the old rough cut, also railroad, I guess, bridge wood. And there's some date nails on those that date back to way over 60-year-old wood, parts of the railroad. So why would I tear that down when it's in good shape? So there's this thing that's about to fall over. And then I have another angle where I'm up on the forklift there, where we hooked a chain up to it and stuff and started pulling it down. Then I got down and filmed it from this side. So all in all, see, that's the one where I'm up on the forklift. It's about 3 feet away from that, you know, danger zone, basically.
Like an accident.
So I'm not connected to the building that's coming down in any way, shape, or form. It's just kind of a lift that I built on the forklift with the railing around it and stuff, so I'm secure. So that's pretty much all of that. Like I say, it's worth doing to me because I enjoy this kind of stuff. It's a skill that's always going to be handy, and you know, once again, I will end up with more tools than just doing this. I got a bunch of nice clamps now for gluing and stuff. So to do it, not only am I saving a lot of money, but I'm enjoying the hell out of it, and I'm getting new tools, and this is adding to the skills that every prepper should have. I think every man should have these skills. It's a guy thing. You know, women are really good at doing things that women do, and guys should be really good at doing what we're supposed to do in life. And that's just genetics. It's not chauvinism or misogynism talking. It's just guys like doing things different than women like doing. It's just nature. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little portion of the DIY barn build. You know, the demolition of the roof, and we'll have more videos, or I'll have more videos on the building of the new I-joists that will be coming soon. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Hell yeah.